Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the latest situation update for the month of June 2022 from here in Goa. Guys, this video is basically because many people have been asking me that they're planning to come in the month of June. So I want to tell you like what is the expectations you should have and what is off season like here in Goa. Okay, now first of all, if you're new to the channel, my name is Moses J. Sildana. I'm a local from Goa. I do a lot of videos here in Goa telling you about the best food places and all the interesting things to check out here in Goa. So definitely hit the subscribe button and also check out my channel. So, okay, let me tell you about the month of June. Now, the month of June onwards till the month of October is off season here in Goa. Off season means mostly it is raining during this time. October onwards, of course, everything opens up again, but till the month of October everything is mostly closed for rainy season. So let me explain what all is available during this time and what to expect. Now first of all, during the monsoon season over here you cannot go to the beach. You can go to the beach, but you cannot go in the water. Even going to the beach during the rains is quite difficult because when you go to the beach there is strong winds on the beach which will just blow you away. So even if you come with an umbrella or whatever, it is very tough to stand on the beach, and even if you are standing with a raincoat, you'll be swept around in the wind. So it's not the smartest idea to go to the beach during monsoon season. You're not allowed anywhere near the water because what happens is the tides are very strong. So what happens is even if you go to knee deep length of water, the tides can suck you in. So the lifeguards on the beach will tell you to just get out of the water. They will start screaming at you. This is not because they are rude or anything, it is because they care about your safety. And many times I've seen this is that people will start arguing about why you should not be allowed on the beach. Please don't argue, guys. It's for your own safety. The tides, we've seen, people being sucked in. We've heard so many stories here in Goa. So, the water, no matter how great a swimmer you are, the water will suck you in at high force, and because of the winds as well. And there's also very strong waves that hit you here. So one hit from a wave and you'll just be, swept into the sea. So that is the sea situation. Watersports is closed from June onwards, so you cannot go for any water sports activities. But there are other interesting things that you can do in Goa when you come. Let me just tell you about other things before that. So like for example, the shacks are closed. So you cannot go to any of the shacks. If you've seen the Baga shacks or the Kalangut shacks, these are all closed. But there will be restaurants that are still open. There are a few restaurants in Baga on the beach line that are still open. These are permanent fixed restaurants, so they are always open. Many of the other restaurants on the inside areas are open. Hotels are open. Okay, there are few hotels, not all the main hotels that you have come and stayed in season will be open. So it's best to check online for what hotels are open. And also please keep in mind to always call the hotel and confirm with them, because many of the hotels that I have noticed in last season, off season, was that the hotels show up on Make My Trip and they show up on all these websites, but when the customer comes here, the websites, the hotel was closed. So always call up their number. Most of the hotels' numbers are available on Google, so you can just call them up and ask them if the hotel is open. Also other things to know are, many of the main restaurants, like the very famous ones, usually close on the off season time. But you will find many of these small nice restaurants. I'll be covering a lot of small restaurants in the monsoon season, showing you all the small thali places that you can go to and all these things. So if you are coming in the monsoon season, I would expect you to really be a nature lover. If you love to see Goa and that green, beautiful, vibrant nature, then that's perfect for you. If you're expecting to go for nightlife, water sports, all these things, this is not the time to come. I would recommend to come in late September or the first week of October. That's when things really start to get happening here in Goa, and it's quite nice. Now in monsoon season you can do other things like exploring waterfalls. Now there are a lot of these tours that have started coming out. These are like locals, you know, these are local, like basically walks that they take you for trekking, they take you to these waterfall adventures. I will also try and tie up with these companies. Of course, I don't do anything that is sponsored, but yeah, I will try and tie up with these companies so you guys can come up with like full knowledge on how these tours work and operate, because these are a lot of small local businesses which take you to all these nice things. There are also other tours like the Fontanes tour, means you can explore all the Portuguese houses. They tell you a lot of history of this place. Also, they will take you to local food places. You can also go for food tours, which are like, you know, they take you to these Goan houses and you actually experience the Goan food and cuisine. All these are things I will be showing you in future videos, but yeah, these are some of the things that you can try and explore. You can also go to islands like Divar, Chorão, which are very close to Panjim city, which have, you know, these homestays and are very beautiful. So Divar during monsoon is spectacular. So if you are trying to do work from home or something, I would recommend to come to Goa during this time. If you just want a break and, you know, just want to enjoy the weather and everything, the hotels in Goa are very cheap during off season. You can even get rooms from 500 onwards, even cheaper sometimes. You can definitely get a villa for like throwaway prices. I would honestly recommend getting a villa during the monsoon season, and you can, you know, get like a full apartment with cooking facilities, everything, so you can have a really good time for very cheap, which you would never get otherwise here in Goa during season time for those prices. Also, other things that are important to know is that nightclubs will be open. So all the Tito's Lane nightclubs are open, Sink nightclub is open, all the Hammers nightclub, all these nightclubs will remain open. Of course, don't expect a huge crowd, but they are open. Other things like the fishing season has officially closed already, so the main trawlers don't go and collect fish. So the fish, you know, is not available in that much of abundance, but other states now supply the fish during off season to Goa, but you will still get a lot of fish. So even if you are renting an apartment, you can get a nice seafood lunch and dinner here. Other interesting things to check out are places like South Goa. So if you get an apartment in South Goa, very beautiful, very nice. Places like Palolem, all the beach huts are closed from the month of June. So 90% of the places will be closed. Only places like the Palolem Beach Resort will remain open. Most of the beach huts which you have seen in my previous videos and in season time, if you've been to Palolem, most of them will be closed. And again the issue is they show up online, but when you go there in person they will be closed. Another thing is that the Palolem beach, the water comes right up to where the beach huts are, so there is no chance of you going in the water or anything in Palolem. Agonda also, most of the beach huts are closed. Places like Benaulim and Kolva are nice places to stay, especially if you get a more premium resort where you can spend the whole time in the resort. Very nice experience there. Other things like, you know, casinos are open. You can go to the casinos. Now that my viewers have been coming in from so many weeks from recently, they have not been asking for any COVID test or anything at the airports or train stations. This is what my viewers have mentioned. Otherwise, if you have your COVID certificate, that is more than enough. If you don't have a COVID certificate, by law, you would require an RTPCR within 72 hours of arrival into Goa. But yeah guys, so that is a little bit of information. If you have any further questions though, feel free to comment down below and I'll be very happy to answer your questions. And also please stay tuned for the itinerary for the monsoon season, where I will explain in detail all the places and things you can do during the monsoon season here in Goa. So anyway guys, I hope this has answered all your questions. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe.